Okay, what we're doing here is we're parging the ICF block. This is the basement. It's kind of a catch-all for everything right now, but it's really cold out and I don't do well with cold anymore. I just can't handle it. So what I want to do is I want to parge this wall and some of this wall, because I have some cherry logs that I need to mill and get drying so that I can build my kitchen cabinet. So I don't want to stack a bunch of wood in this corner before I do this parging, otherwise I gotta move it or whatever. And what I want to do is, while it's really cold, now that I'm more or less done at Andrews, when it's really cold, I'll come down here and I'll parge. And when it warms up a little bit, I can go outside and mill the log, and I got a couple other projects to do. But in order for me to get a CO, I have to cover this for fire reasons. I can sheetrock it, but I don't want to do that. I never like sheetrock in the basement. If it gets any moisture at all, then it turns into junk, get mildew and all kinds of stuff. So parging actually will do what I need to do as far as fireproofing this. So we parged the whole outside of the house, which was a whole lot more than this basement, because that in places was 2 stories high, plus the gable ends and everything. So in this, I'm just using regular parging mortar. I'm not using the fancy stuff. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I've never gotten the hang of putting mud on a wall like this without it falling. It's a little aggravating. If any of you guys can give me some tips on this, I'd appreciate it. I'm not a mason, and it's frustrating to have it all fall on the ground like it does. Help me out here if you can. I have a whole basement to do here, so this needs to be a little bit wetter. Yeah, with a whole basement to do, I need to figure out how to do this better so I don't, I mean, I'm not wasting this stuff. I put plastic down, but it's still frustrating. I mean, am I too dry? Am I too wet? If you know, please let me know. This is a heavy duty mesh. It's made for stuccoing. Comes 4 feet high. So 2 layers of this will do it. I'm trying to do this with just one coat because that's all I need for code. So I'm trying to make it look reasonable. I know it's not going to look great, but this particular spot eventually is going to be covered in wood anyway. This spot. But some of the rest of it's going to stay. Okay, I've learned a couple of things. Number one, I don't really like this mortar. It's got grit in it, as you can see. Maybe that's fine if you want a rough look, but I don't want a rough look. I got 3 or 4 bags of this, so I guess I'll use it up, but it's not really what I want. I want to be able to get this smooth. With all that grit in there, I really can't do that. So, another thing is this nylon stretches as I work it. So you almost got to kind of work it from the bottom up. Or if you're doing the top one, from the top down. Because I'm going to end up with a bit of a fiasco down at the bottom there. This particular spot in the basement, one of the reasons I'm starting here is because this will eventually be finished wall with wood. This particular spot. So how rough it is not really going to matter that much. So it's a good place to learn how to use this stuff or not use this stuff. I'm doing short pieces, basically 4x4 or thereabouts, because I don't think I can handle the longer pieces. Okay, I just mixed up a bag of regular mortar mix. I'm not happy with the stucco stuff because it has grit in it, and I can't get it smooth as I want because of the grit. So we're going to try regular mortar mixes, which is what I've always used, and see if I make out better. I'm going to try something different. I hung the mesh stuff on the wall with a couple of nails. Let it drape down, and I'm going to try to do this all in one shot instead of mudding the wall and then putting this on. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. You know, as I said before, I'm not a mason, and it's kind of ironic because basically my house is made out of concrete. It's ICF, insulated concrete form. The only thing that I didn't use concrete on it is the roof and the interior partitions and the floor. All the outside walls for the basement and the upper floor are all insulated concrete form. I'm going to try something different. I hung the Okay, I'm trying to get this stucco or parge, whatever you want to call it, down here. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've got to mill up some cherry logs, and I want to put the wood in here with a dehumidifier to dry it. That's going to be the wood for my kitchen cabinet. But this place is a catch-all right now for everything. We got all kinds of paint stuff here that we had in a shed last winter that was heated, but we're not heating it now, so I had to bring it in here, and everything is just kind of thrown in here willy-nilly. So this lumber is left over from doing the second bedroom, well, both bedrooms actually. And I don't want to put it back outside, but I can't have it in here. I can't move in here. So what I'm thinking about, I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this wall right here alongside the stairs, and that'll get that wall done, and it'll get rid of that wood so that I can continue working over here. I've got to have access to this area to be able to put the wood in, which is the whole reason I'm stuck on this, so I don't have to get back in here. But I got to get rid of this wood, and that way I can move this other junk. It's not really junk, it's all paint and stuff, caulk, paint, stuff like that, spackle, whatever. But I got to move it, it's in the way. So I'm going to use up that wood on this wall. That's what I'm going to do today. To get this figure in the cut, I've got to drop down to where I want that thing to go. Like there's 20 inches. So I need to make this piece, I don't know if you can see it. I need to make this piece on the bottom 20 inches, then go up with the angle. And that gives me the length. I got to square it off here first. So it's a little bit of a pain in the neck, but we'll get it. Looks like we're getting a little snow. I love a good snowstorm as long as it's 70 degrees the next day. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen too often. I don't know if you people have ever seen a ladder like this before, but it's like telescoping. So in a stairwell like this, you'll get one ladder be too short, one ladder be too long, always trying to figure out which ladder and what you can do. But this one, it telescopes up. I've got it on this beam right here right now, but once I get up in there, I'm obviously not going to reach, so I can extend it out more and put it up against the wall up in here. And I can just keep going up. It's kind of a pain in the neck. It's quite a few years old and it doesn't move as good as it should, but we always manage to make it work. So I got the corner in over here, so now I can continue up. As you can see, I put the mesh on. So I'm back to doing this. I want to get this wall done over to here, and then I can put my cherry wood after I mill it in here to dry. But I wanted to get this done so that I didn't have to try to work over the wood. I just wanted to give a parting shot of the walls that I did. Let's just pretend that you don't see that cherry wood down there on the floor, because that video is coming up soon. And, well, heck, here's a sneak preview. Here's some of the cherry I milled up. Look for that video coming up. And thanks for watching.